Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to one of my favorite videos. I've been doing this for every single event and it's one of my all-time favorite things to do. So I was really excited to get this out. So today we're going to be doing a spring speculations and concepts video. So basically how these videos go is I go through all of the previous events for a specific event and then I drew up some mock-ups on what I predict this year's event could be. So obviously, we're going to be talking about the spring 2025 event. This event will come out on April 18th, and I'm so excited. Spring is one of my favorites. The only difference is that, of course, this one will be a mini event like the St. Patrick's event. And I went ahead and thought, what better place to film this little thing at than my beautiful little flower garden over on my island. So pretty quickly, we're going to go and head over. And first, we're going to take a look at what some of the past. So we are over on the Wild Horse Islands wiki. So this is a really great, useful website. It's got all the events and island union cares and pretty much any information you can need. So obviously right here, we're taking a look at the spring 2022. So this was the very first spring event that has ever existed. However, this was actually called the Easter event. They didn't have a technical spring event. So the first one, I'm sure all of you know, is referred to as a springy, and it is just a spring Arabian. This is a very, very high tier valuable horse. Honestly, all of these were from this year. And you can see they definitely took the floral springiness concept and kept this one very, very spring, and it's just gorgeous. I mean, one of the best events in the game for sure. It's gorgeous. And then they played really hard into the Easter theme. This was again labeled a Easter event, not a spring event. They didn't do a specific spring event this year, but this is the Easter egg thoroughbred. Again, a really gorgeous one. So it's got a little Easter egg and these really pretty striped legs. And the final one from that year is this Pinto paint horse. So this is just really cute, like nice springy vibrant colors, and you can see they all kind of kept that same very colorful concept. So these are really, really beautiful, all really great. But moving on to spring 2023, a very completely different vibe. You can definitely tell that the previous years was way more Easter inspired with the pastels and things, but this one was definitely giving more spring garden for sure. So we've got the Daisy Dun Overo paint horse, a very, very simple but gorgeous concept. I feel like this is an underrated event. While it is simple, I really do like it a lot. Yeah, it's just very cute, but as you can see, these are a lot darker than the previous years. So moving on, we have the Lavender Storm thoroughbred. This one is really cute too. Definitely, I like the rain storm vibes. Spring is obviously a very rainy season, so I actually really, really like where they went here. Definitely different. Like, they didn't play too heavy into flowers, like super simple basic concepts. I feel like they were very, very creative this year, so we've got that one. And then moving on, of course, a beautiful monarch butterfly perch. So this one, again, an amazing event. This thing is so stunning, and I just really love how creative they were this year, and not outside the box, but definitely more creative than just simply flowers. But Trick actually did a poll on the Discord voting for what the next event horse will be, and it very well might be a Percheron. That was the highest voted. So we will see. Moving on to the last year. So this is spring 2024. Now we have completely switched it up from 2023, and we've gone back to the Easter vibes. So the first one is a pastel palomino blanket with this gorgeous pastel rainbow fade. And I love this little Easter speckle. Definitely gives me Easter vibes. I love this one. I love this one a lot. I really do. And then we have painted Easter eggs. So clearly very Easter, very, very cute. It's definitely a little cutesy one. We've got a little bit of flowers, a little bit of the stripies. And then a really simple design, but I think this is also one of my favorite events. Pastel Dreams Marwari kind of reminds me of the 2022 painted Pinto, where it's just simply a gorgeous pastel horse. Yeah, it's very beautiful. And as you can see, there's actually some cosmetics that were here. We're looking at flowers, bumblebees, ladybugs, bird nests, yeah, rain hat. So definitely some pretty common spring themes. So now that we've looked at the last few years' previous events, let's go ahead and look at some of my concepts. So as you guys know, I am not a digital artist, okay? So what I'm about to show you are very badly done. They're very badly done, okay? Don't laugh at me. So they're basically just concepts. I'm hoping you can see past how badly done they are and really see how, what I'm trying to get at, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the first concept. So I actually did this one twice because it's not very good, but I wanted you to be able to really just kind of see what I'm talking about. So we've got two slight versions of a sunflower perch. So I did most of these concepts on the perch because, like I said, there was a poll where Trick asked what the next event horse should be, and Percheron had one. So the first few designs will be on a perch. So as you can see, I did these kind of like vine legs, which is so beautiful, and he's actually done something similar in the past on the pumpkin patch Percheron as well. So that one is really beautiful. And I love the vine legs actually. And I don't mind seeing a repeat kind of design like that. And then of course we've got the sunflower. So I'm imagining, I hope you can see where I was going with this. So I tried to do a little bit of shading to really show that it's a sunflower. I'm imagining the entire back being the center of the sunflower with the actual petals blooming outwards. I hope that makes sense and like you can see where I'm going. And of course, this would look beautiful on any of the coats, on like a chestnut coat, on a full yellow horse. It could be even a light green horse. It could even be like a baby blue coat. So for that reason, I didn't color in the coat at all. I just wanted you to really be able to see the actual design. And then this next one is especially bad, but bear with me. The second concept is a bee perch. So as you can see, I know it's a little rough, so I'm thinking full yellow coat, and then some sort of feet details, a little bit reminiscent of the Easter egg thoroughbred from 2022, but of course with bee colors, so you're looking at black, white, and yellow striping. Obviously, Trick can do it better than this. Again, these are really rough drafts with just basic concepts. So as you can see, I also included a bumblebee fade hair dye situation. It could be any version of this. So it could even be starting with black, fading into white, ending with the tip of it being yellow. Anyway, it would be cute. And of course, a very simple little bee design, which you know what? I kind of like the more simple designs. I really do. Simple, but gorgeous. So the main showstopper would be gorgeous bumblebee fade with the kind of ombre striped feet. And then moving on to my third one. So this is actually one of my very favorites. I would absolutely love to see this concept, honestly. So this I did on a thoroughbred just because it had a white coat, and I think it's so beautiful. So this a tulip garden thoroughbred. It could be on any horse, of course. These are just mock-ups. It doesn't matter what horse it would be on. It's just simply the coat design. So as you can see, again, I went with the vine feet detailing. I think it's absolutely stunning. And then I'm imagining the entire side, on both sides, this gorgeous tulip garden. I know that my tulips are really bad. Again, imagine if it was better. Just a complete horizontal landscape of a gorgeous, just flowers all along the side. I mean, this would be a showstopper for sure. Kind of reminiscent of the Rosy Thoroughbred from a Valentine's event previous. But I love this concept so much. And now for my final coat concept, we've got a few other concepts to go through, but this is the final coat one. So this one is actually a strawberry matcha. So I think this would be so good. As I'm sure a lot of you know, matcha has been trending for the last couple of years. And I just think combination of a really cute strawberry horse, which I mean, I think any strawberry type design horse would be so cute, and a huge fan favorite, but incorporating matcha strawberry makes it such a unique design. As you can see, I made a beautiful strawberry matcha fade. So a really beautiful light but vibrant green fading into a gorgeous pink. I know strawberries are red, but like strawberry matcha is definitely a little bit more on the pink side. So then there would be the strawberry on like the haunch area. Super cute, super simple, but it does the job. And then again, the coat is a little bit more of the showstopper. So the entire top of it would be this, again, beautiful matcha green. And then underneath along the belly and the legs would be the most beautiful, gorgeous pink fade. Like, I think this would be so amazing. So yeah, I hope you can see, like, again, through the bad design and really just see the concept that I'm going with. I really love these last two. I would love to see either of them. And so now I have actually, in previous, I've only done coats and I've kind of talked about accessories, but I've actually went all out. I'm so excited for the spring event, you guys. So I've got quite a few more concepts to show you. Sorry, this video is a little bit long, but like I said, I'm really excited. Like I said, I'm really excited about this. So the next concept here. So this is actually a flower mane flower dye. So I came up with this idea because one of my favorite hair dyes is actually the Competition Hub Old West Hair, which is let me actually pull that up for you because I know not everybody is totally familiar with Competition Hub. So this hair was inspired by this fade. Yes, Old West fade. So as you can see, it's a palomino with these little star designs all over it. So then I was thinking, why not have that, but inspired by spring? So I did these little flowers all over it. With like a really gorgeous pastel pink, or it could be pastel blue. Honestly, the base could be anything with all these multicolored flowers. I would buy 10,000 bottles of this hair dye, to be honest with you. So yeah, I really love it. And then a second one, this one's a little bit harder to see, but this is a sunflower fade. So again, a pastel yellow main base color with little suns, again inspired by the Old West hair. So those are just two of my little like hair dye concepts that I think could be really fun. And now moving on, this is a little honey section, kind of to go with the bee design that I made, but we have had in previous years, there actually is little spring like saddle pads that are bee themed, and there's a bee halo and there's a bee aura. So this was kind of inspired by that. So I'm thinking the little like honey dipper as a mouth accessory, because we have mouth popsicles and all these other mouth accessories. I think this would be so cute with the little honey dripping down. I mean, I need this. Like I need this in the game. And then for the little rear accessory, I'm thinking similar to a cauldron style. Some sort of honey pot would be really cute. As you can see, I have a few different designs here for you to kind of imagine, whichever one you think you can imagine the easiest. And then of course, instead of a honey pot, we could also have actually a beehive. So I think these are all could be very likely, honestly, because bees are such a big spring concept, you know? So yeah, those are just a couple of the honey themes. Moving on to other rear themes. So again, these would be the ones that sit right up here on the horse, like the cauldron and things like that. So I'm thinking watering can with the flower bouquet inside. I mean, this would be absolutely stunning, and we already have the watering can mouth accessory, so I think it would match very well. I tried to do things that would collaborate very well with the previous designs that we already have so that we can use all of them together, if that makes sense. Mix and match all previous years and it would look fantastic. So that's why I was thinking the watering can. And then I have this little basket of flowers. There's quite a few different baskets that we have in game. There's basket apples, and I was also thinking of the Easter egg basket from 2022, I believe. I have one of those, and so that sits on the butt. So we already have the basket design. So I'm thinking reuse the basket mesh and put flowers inside instead of the Easter eggs. And yeah, I think that'd be really cute. And then moving on, the 3 other rear accessories, I'm thinking plushies. The plushes are my favorite butt accessory in the game, so I think these would be really beautiful. So one, I've got a cute little caterpillar. I think this would be really, really precious. A really cutesy, like kawaii chibi vibes caterpillar, and not like a creepy one, but like, you know, super cutesy caterpillar plush, I think be absolutely darling. And then I have these little snail plushies, could be in various colors. Again, all of this would be in various colors. I think a snail would be so, so cute. For the final rear accessory, I have a butterfly. So this could be a plush or maybe like an animated butt accessory. So like the butterfly would be sitting on the butt and the wings would be animated, actually moving. That would be, again, a huge showstopper. That would be so incredible if we could get that. Moving on to my aura concepts. So I've got a few. I was thinking, I did a little bit more Easter in this one. So one of the first concepts I was thinking is rain clouds. So as we saw in 2023, he did a storm thoroughbred. So again, I was thinking more rainy storm, and like these little clouds with little rain droplets would be really, really cute, and I would definitely use that on quite a few different horses. And then down here, you see I went a little bit more into the Easter theme. So these little chicks coming out of an egg, or any type of like maybe duck aura, I don't even know. And then you can see like little peep Easter type style. I don't know how much into Easter he's going to be leaning into. I'm hoping not too much, and I'm hoping it's more spring just because it's a mini event. So we're only getting one horse, but I thought I'd throw in a couple of Easter concepts anyway. And then of course, a super simple but gorgeous, stunning aura would be these multicolored butterflies. And I think the colors varying, kind of similar to the candy heart aura, would just be absolutely beautiful. And I would use on every single horse I have, I'm sure. And then we have just a little ladybug aura. Super simple, super cute. Even a ladybug like plush or something as a rear accessory would be really cute. So moving on, I know this has been a really long video. We're at the last concept now, and this is a trail concept. So I really, really like hoof trails, and I was like, you know what? I want to see more of them. So I have a little ladybugs trailing behind, would be really, really cute. And definitely a very new type of hoof trail, which, I mean, it's always exciting to get something new. So I thought like a new style would be awesome. And I did a similar thing with these flowers. Oh my gosh, I would kill for a flower hoof trail, kind of like the flower cherry blossom aura, basically. But yeah, this is so, so cute. And this is supposed to be raindrops. I know it doesn't look very good, but yeah, I had an idea. So those are all of my concepts. I hope you liked them. And yeah, I worked really hard in this video. I know it's a little bit longer. I hope you stuck through it. If you liked this video, leave me a like, comment down below which concept is your favorite and what concept do you think will actually be in the game. Let me know if you have any ideas and predictions of what the spring event could be. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I love making these videos and I make them every single event. So I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.